Errors occur during your code and might terminate it. That's why this video on the try and except block shall help you handle errors. Link will be in the description. Hello everyone, this is Texent and let's continue with this Python tutorial. So today's topic is about file handling. In Python, we know that we store data inside variables, but once you close the application, the data will be lost. So we need a storage to store data. Well, we could use SQL, but that is complex stuff. Instead, in Python, we will use text. So I have this file called text.txt, and as you can see, it stores hello there, welcome to Texent, and enjoy the show. Let me open this file in my Python code. So how to do that? Well, first let's use the open function and mention the file name, so text.txt, and then I need to mention my mode. That means what is my purpose on using this file? Read only, write, and there's more. But now I want to read a file, so I'll write R. Okay, let's store the open function inside of a variable. Right now, let's try to print this variable. So print f, let's see what will give us. So it gives us this feature, but not the data. So what to do now? Let's use a special function called as read, and what it will do is it will fetch us the data. So as you can see, we got hello there, welcome to Texent, and enjoy the show. Okay, what if I want to read only one line? Well, there's a function called as readLine, so let's use it and see what it will give us. It will give us only the first line. Well, this time I want to read two lines, so the first and the second one. Well, we could actually copy and paste it, so like this, and let me run my program, we got two lines. But did you know that we could use a for loop? Well, let's do it. So I'll delete this, and then I'll mention the for loop. So for I in range 2, that means I want to loop 2 times, so then I'm gonna indent my code, and this time I should get 2 lines. So we got hello there, welcome to Texent. Let me remove the space over here by adding the end keyword. So what it does is it will remove the space. So hello there and welcome to Texent. I forgot to mention also that when you say print f.readLine, you could actually mention parameters. Let's say an integer 5. What will give us now? So it will give us the first 5 characters. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we got hello. If I say, let's say 7, I'll get hello with a space is also counted, and T. We also have read lines. So what this function does is, well, let me first write it, so read lines. Let me launch my program, and we got a list storing the data of this text.txt followed by a new line, which is a escape sequence. So we can actually iterate through this list. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove this print statement and store this inside of a list. There is no need to convert it to a list because it is already a list by default. Let me prove it to you by printing its type. So print type and lst. Let's see. Class list, that means it is a list. Okay, let me iterate through this list for I in lst print I. Let's see what we will get. Hello there, welcome to Texent, and enjoy the show. We have some spaces, so you know what to do. Mention the end keyword, and spaces were removed. Hello there, welcome to Texent, and enjoy the show. Of course, we want to write something on a file, not just read only. So what to do? So let's say I mentioned the variable x, and I'll store inside of it. So let's say open text.txt, and then instead of r, I'm gonna say w, which stands for write. Now, how to exactly write on a file? So I'll say x dot, and I'm gonna use the write function, and then inside double quotes, I'm gonna mention what I want to write. So let's say hello world. Let me run my program. We didn't got anything, but let's go to text.txt, and we got hello world. Of course, we could use a for loop to print hello world multiple times. So let's say for I in range 2, it will print it 2 times. So let me just indent the code. Let me run it. So let's go there. Hello world, well, it is on the same line. Let me use the escape sequence backslash and n. So let's see right now. And we got hello world 2 times on a different line. But the problem is that I lost my previous data because I overwrited it. So What we want to do is actually append data. So instead of the W, we use the A. A means append. So we know that inside of my text.txt I have 2 times hello world. This time I'm gonna just delete this and I'm gonna say x.write. I'm gonna say bye. And let's see what will happen. So I'm gonna go to text.txt and we got bye, but it didn't overwrite the file. Instead it appended bye to the others. So we got hello world 2 times with bye. Now what happens if I say y equal to open text2.txt? Do you think I have text2.txt? Well, no, I don't. Well, what if I say also w? That means I'm gonna write something. And then I'm gonna say y.write and I'm gonna write Python. So Python, and I don't have text2.txt. What will do? Well, it will create for me text2.txt. If I double click on it, I have Python inside of the text2.txt. Let's say I want to copy Python to text.txt. Well, first, instead of w, I'm gonna say read only. And for the text.txt, I'm gonna say append, because I want to append data to this file. Next, I'm gonna use a for loop. So I'll say for I in y. Next, I'm gonna say f.write. And what I'm gonna write is y. So let me run my program. We didn't got any errors. We got Python inside of it. So we appended the data inside of text2.txt to text.txt. Now we saw how to work with text, but can we do it with the image? So I have this image which says subscribe. So can we print the data of an image? Well, of course, an image is made of binary numbers. So let's print the data of my image. So I'm gonna go to python.py. I'm gonna say img equal to open. I'm gonna mention the name of the image, so subscribe, and it's a long name. So what do you think the mode will be? Let's try read only. Next, I'm gonna iterate through this variable. So for I in img print I. So we got a problem because in files we have 2 modes. Character mode, let's say the file has data or number, we use character mode. And also we have binary mode, like what we are doing now, reading an image with binary numbers. So instead of R, I'm gonna say RB, which stands for read binary. Let's try it now. So we got values in hexadecimal. So these are the data inside of my image. Now using this data, can I have a copy of my image? Well, let's try. I'm gonna name my variable copy and then use the open function and write the name of my image. So I'm gonna say copy.jpg and the mode will be write, but not W only, it will be WB, so write binary. Next, I'm gonna use a for loop. So for I in img, what next is I'm gonna say copy.write I. Let's see. So we didn't got any errors, but we got a copy.jpg and we got a copy of my subscribe button or subscribe image. Alright, that is it on file handling in Python. Thank you so much for watching today's video. This is Texant and I'll see you in the next one.